this video is on time. Time is something that you're very familiar with. You understood time, especially from a digital standpoint, whenever you were very young, and then you learned how to read a clock. And now we're going to look at time that has passed, time in between events, things like that. So the most commonly used units of time are a second, which is the time it takes to say 1/1000. 1 minute, which is 60 seconds, time for 2 average TV commercials, and 1 hour, which is 60 minutes, which is time to view 2 TV sitcoms, 2 cartoons, that sort of thing. So that's an hour. To add or subtract measures of time, use the following steps. So step 1 is to add or subtract the seconds. There's no seconds up here. Step 2 is to add or subtract the minutes. So we would add these minutes and subtract these minutes. Now I can't take 7 from 5, so that goes to 4. 15, so 8. And 4 minus 1 is 3. And then you have to add or subtract the hours. Here we're going to add the hours, so 6 hours, 70 minutes. And here we're going to subtract 2 hours and 38 minutes. And I showed how you had to borrow to make this work. This is over 60 minutes. So you have to take 60 minutes from this and add 1 hour. So it makes it 7 hours, and 70 minus 60 is 10 minutes. So you have to convert that. If it goes over seconds or goes over minutes, 60, you need to convert it to the next longest thing. And if you go over 24 hours, you need to convert that to a day. So you can do these just by themselves, and like I said, start with the seconds, 55 seconds, 30 minutes, and 15 hours. And I didn't go over 60 seconds, so I don't have to change minutes. I didn't go over 60 minutes, so I don't have to change hours. And I didn't go over 24 hours, so I don't have to change days. This one, I subtract, and I can take 30 from 35. 5 seconds. Now the minutes, I can't take 45 from 20. So I've got to borrow, but it's different from borrowing in the number system because that's based on 10 and this is based on 60. So if I borrow 1 hour, that becomes 7 hours, and that adds 60 minutes to this 20 minutes. So 60 plus 20 is 80 minutes. That's my new minutes. Now I can subtract. And 80 minus 45, that's 35 minutes, and 7 minus 3 is 4 hours. So you can see it's all lined up. And so if you're borrowing, you're not borrowing 1 or you're not borrowing 10, you're actually borrowing 60 minutes or 60 seconds. So you can also use a number line. And I like doing this, especially whenever I'm looking at smaller segments of time. It says Sam spent 1 hour 25 minutes working on a social studies project. So he spent 1 hour and then 25 minutes working on a social studies project. And then 40 minutes on math homework. So 40 more minutes is here. So I can look at this a couple of ways. I can go, well, it's going to be more than 2 hours, so I can say it's going to be 1 hour and 65 minutes, so that's 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I can also say, okay, it takes 35 minutes to make hour 2, and then that leaves 5 minutes left. So this is 35, because 25 plus 35 equals 60. So you can use the number line to help you out. And I'll show you more examples of that. Sometimes you need to determine the elapsed time, which is how much time has passed from beginning to end. It says a flight leaves Boston at 11:35, so this is 11:35. and arrives in Miami at 2:45. 2:45. So how long is the flight? Well, what I like to do is look at segments of an hour. So this is 12:35, that's 1 hour. 1:35, that's another hour. 1:35. And another hour puts me at 2:35, and that's an hour. And then I've just got 10 minutes. So my graph's a little off. But I've got 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 10 minutes. And that's how you use the number line to plot this out, instead of trying to subtract, and especially whenever you're going from AM to PM. Lucy left school at 8:25 a.m. So I'm going to do my number line, and here's 8:25 for an orthodontist appointment, and returned at 10:50. So I can go 1 hour was 9:25, and another hour was 10:25, and then to get to 10:50 is going to be 25 minutes. To go from 25 to 50 is 25 minutes. So the total, how long was she gone? She was gone 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, 25 minutes. 2 hours, 25 minutes. The 3 acts of a play are 28 minutes. So I've got 28 minutes. And 20 minutes and 14 minutes. And there's 15-minute intervals between the acts. So it goes 28, then 15 for a break, and then 20, and then 15 for a break, and then a final 14. And all of this adds up, let's see, 10, 22, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 92 minutes. And it starts at 7:40. So 92 minutes, so I want to know how many hours and minutes that is. 60 minutes would be 1 hour, and 92 minus 60 is 32 minutes. So 1 hour, 32 minutes is what we're working with. So if it starts at 7:40, the 1 hour would put it to 8:40. And then 20 minutes would put it to 9 o'clock. And I need 32 minutes. So 20 minutes, 32 minus 20 is 12. So just 12 more minutes. So that would put me at 9:12. And that's 1 hour, 32 minutes, which is 92 minutes. It starts at 7:40, ends at 9:12. So that's how you do it, lining up with the number line. You don't have to use the number line, and if you want to just count minutes and count hours and do it on your own, you can if that works for you. I just like to lay it all out, because then I know I'm breaking it down into bite-sized chunks and can see what I'm doing. So here's the homework check. And there's a question about Mr. Chin baking meatloaf. What time does he take it out? There's a subtracting minutes, where you have to borrow. Remember, you have to borrow an hour, which is 60 minutes. And then there's an elapsed time, the time it takes Andrew to go to school. So figure that out. And then you'll check this in class tomorrow.